Good morning, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. This might be my last one, at least for a little while. I need to go on a run, do something. But it's Saturday, April 30th. This is a good one to end um, this string that I got going on here because it's the second Saturday of Easter, but it is the feast day of Pope Saint Pius V, one of my favorite saints because he's a savage. He was around in the 16th century, a tumultuous time in the church. Um, but he was, of course, the Pope, head of the Catholic Church and ruler of the Papal States. But um, from 1566 until he died in 1572. But he is known chiefly for his rule in the Council of Trent, the Counter Reformation of all the heresy that was going on, and just the standardization of the Roman Rite within the Latin Church. He also declared he declared St. Thomas Aquinas a doctor of the Church who helped kind of bring the Catholic Church back to life after the Protestant Reformation as a response to the stuff going on with Martin Luther and all this other stuff. But he really had a huge pull. And what I really like about Pope Pius V is the fact that he was so stern in making sure that you were going for truth that he excommunicated the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth I. And he also excommunicated 5 different French bishops and just kicked them out because he wasn't having any of it because they were doing a whole bunch of heresy, similar to what a lot of German bishops are doing over in Germany right now. That seemingly is making them lead to schism to break away from the Catholic Church. But yeah, you got to have that, especially, yeah. So much respect to Pope Pius V. And his motto, because every pope has a motto and bishop, but his motto was, "Oh, that my ways may be directed to keep thy justifications." So whatever he did, he wanted to make sure he could justify and keep to the truths of the church. Anyway, he's the patron saint of Valletta, Malta, as well as Bosco, Marengo, Italy. So there's that. Today's gospel, after I get off my little soapbox of my infatuation with Pope Pius V, is today's gospel from John chapter 6, verses 16 through 21. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit, amen. When it was evening, his disciples went down to the sea, embarked in a boat, and went across the sea to Capernaum. It had already grown dark, and Jesus had not yet come to them. The sea was stirred up because a strong wind was blowing. When they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, they saw Jesus walking on the sea and coming near the boat, and they began to be afraid. But he said to them, "It is I. Do not be afraid." They wanted to take him into the boat, but the boat immediately arrived at the shore to which they were heading. So that's interesting. Of course, again, walking on water. Good luck trying to do that yourself. But one of the most popular scenes, well-known scenes, walking on water. Secular culture even references it a lot as far as walking on water, thinking that they could do it. But only Jesus can do that. And you see the fear that the disciples have. But then Jesus just answers with 7 words. "It is I. Do not be afraid." How often is that something that we need to hear from Jesus ourselves? Of all the fears and anxieties and everything else that's going on in the world. We see that we're in like a weird time right now. I think I left the teaching career just in time, otherwise I would have probably gotten fired. But how often in this world that we live in of anxiety and all this stuff that's going on with the political world, just the confusion that's going on, not only in the outside the church and in the world, but also within the church itself. There's a lot of confusion going on that can lead us to anxiety and question our faith and trust and question our trust in the church. And we just need to hear the words from Jesus to say, "It is I. Do not be afraid. And we need to take comfort in that. And then just trust Him and deepen our faith. So, what is it that you're afraid of? And what is it that you need to rely on Jesus just a little bit more? Because you can't do it on your own. Have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.